What's going on, everybody? Retro Sean here, and I got an awesome lot I want to show you. So normally when I wake up in the morning, I usually check Facebook for new items in the marketplace. Happened to find one this morning, so I messaged the person, and we went back and forth on price. We came to a price we were both good at. I actually bundled some of those other lots from Facebook into this lot to make even better price. I met the guy. He said some of the games didn't work, so he gave me a better price, which was fantastic. So let's get into the games. So, starting off, we have a lot of these games are just jewel cases in the game itself. So, I factored all these, I priced everything out, and then I factored in basically all these games as loose. If not loose, add an extra $1 for the case. But a lot of these games are like this, unfortunately. So, you got Motocross Mania. This one, these couple I just priced as loose because no one wants the case out of this one because WCW Mayhem. Bugs Bunny Lost in Time. Spec Ops Covert Assault. There we go. This one, Ultimate Classic, kind of got some of a remake recently. Crash Team Racing. Ready to Rumble Boxing Deuce. Tom and Jerry House Trap. One of my all-time favorites for the console. SmackDown Know Your Role 2. Can't tell you how many times I spent nights playing this at a buddy's house. All-nighters on the weekends as a kid. Tekken 3 Greatest Hits. And something I wanted to talk about on this video, I just learned. When I was looking up the prices individually for these, I didn't know that some of the greatest hits are actually more valuable than the actual black label black labeled jewel case, which is pretty cool. WCW NWO Thunder, not the greatest game. If you played Nitro, it's on the same engines. Shit. Grand Theft Auto. Glover. SpongeBob Super Sponge. Matt Hoffman Pro BMX. This one's for you, Marty. 2 copies of Gex. Disc only Spyro the Dragon. Road to Rash 3D. Spec Ops Stealth Artillery. Men in Black series Crashdown. Tomb Raider 2. Bugs Life. Siphon Filter. Siphon Filter Greatest Hits. Final Fantasy Anthology. This one's kind of sad. It only has part 4 in it. It does not have part 5. But I'm sure I can buy a loose copy off eBay and complete it fairly cheap. Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase. And then Team Rocket, not Rocket League, Rocket Power Team Rocket's Rescue. I've had this since I was a kid. I loved it when I was a kid, so I think I have the greatest hit, so I might swap out for this one. But if anything I have, it's duplicates going up for sale in a second. And they had some long boxes. Zero Divided. This one has no cover. Shell Shock. It's not all these are complete either. Remember, some of them are missing the manuals but have the inserts. Crazy Ivan looks pretty cool. Looks like a mech assault game. Top Gun Fire at Will. Cricom. Probably saying that wrong. Y'all gonna hit me in the comments, but I'm cool. Cyber Speed. And then another one, I can see the Namco title that fell. Cyber Sled. And the last batch here are the ones that are actually worth, I say, more than $20. They were actually good. Not saying these aren't good. I enjoy some of them thoroughly, but these are the ones that are more higher value. As far as long box go, Road Rash long box, pretty awesome. Jumping Force 2. Divided the Enemies Within was pretty awesome. And this last batch is loose. One of them's not worth hardly anything, but we'll go through it. So I got this one right here. Don't ask me to pronounce it. All I know is it price charts fairly fucking high for a loose copy. And then you see right below it, Jersey Devil. This one charts pretty high too for a loose copy. This one's $20 loose, which is pretty awesome. And on the back you got Crash Works. And then it looks like to be a collector's CD for Final Fantasy. This sells for like $2. Nothing too great on the Final Fantasy CD. I'm not a big Final Fantasy guy. Like, everyone gets on me about that, but the new remake for 7 looks fantastic, I'll have to say, though. So that's everything that was included, minus, you know, of course, you got the system with cables and one controller, 2 memory cards, which is pretty cool. I'm going to pop those in and see what's on them. This system is fairly dirty, so I will have to give it a cleaning. Other than that, it's pretty cool. So, he also had in that, I'll show you real quick, is a stack of games like this. Some of them are fairly fucking awesome titles. Like, the one I really wanted was Ape Escape. I saw this lot for, so I was going to get the lot, flip it for Ape Escape. But he says it doesn't work. I personally not run into a game on the PlayStation 1 that hasn't worked with a good cleaning. So I will give this, the price I'm going to give you at the end of the video is not included in this stack right here. Like some games like Project Horned Owl is also going for high value apparently. I just a case alone goes for $10. I just did not look up the values on some of these because they don't work. Like I said, I haven't tested them yet myself in the system. Maybe it's just a system he sold me. But I'm sure they do work and I can get them to work. I have not had an issue with the PS1 yet getting games to work. So, like I said, this guy had tons of systems on the Facebook Marketplace this morning. I'm bummed I missed on that N64 lot. He had a lot of good games in there. But he did have an Xbox lot. His Xbox price was fairly high. I wasn't willing to pay it. I already have an Xbox right here. Don't really need a second one, not for that price. And the games he had minus these were generic sports titles. So I was like, hey man, would you add some of your games from your Xbox lot to this lot for me? I'll pay you extra. So long story short, we agreed on $75. When I got there, like I said, some of the PlayStation games did not work. We agreed to $60. Okay, cool. So the Xbox games I got are, because I love, you know, licensed titles. Plague 2. And the other generic one I found was Area 51. I didn't have it on the PlayStation or Xbox. So I was like, fuck it, I'll pick it up. Those are not complete in box, by the way. They're missing the manuals. And I'm going for a complete Xbox exclusive collection, so I got this one. Didn't really ever heard it before, so Kung Fu Chaos, pretty awesome. This one's also missing the manual. And these last two have the manuals, and these ones are awesome. I've heard nothing but good things about them, which are Mad Dash Racing, which is basically a fun little, you know, racing on foot game. I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I wanted it, got a good price. And then Serious Sam. I've heard very good things about this game. Never played it as a kid. I wasn't allowed mature games, so I'll definitely give it a crack. So the grand total, without the system included, without that stack of broken games included, because there are some available games in the broken list, the total came to $454.16. How did I get that? I want price charting, you know, complete. If it had just like the broken disc, like thing, like this, If depending if I had the jewel front case, did I count it in? If not, I gave it like, okay, so if I had the front case, no manual, I added like additional couple, like, you know, like $1 to it, depending on the complete price to the loose price. Because usually the manual factor in some of that. But so the grand total is $454. That's if I sold everything individually. I'm not going to do that, of course. I'm going to keep the heavy hitters, some of the stuff I don't have, and then I'll put everything back into a lot. Clean that PS1 up, sell it for what I basically paid, if not a little more, and keep games for free, which is awesome, and that is the end goal. Just keep games for free, and not add some more money to my gaming account just to buy more games, which is awesome. That is it for this video today, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for checking out my PS1 lot that I just bought. And until the next video, you guys take her easy.